champion. Also in action today, we will see gorgeous Gary Young. We will also see Sam Houston.
Sam Houston, a great young wrestler. They call him Michael Sam Houston, as Dusty Rhodes used to say in the NWA. Sam Houston is on a collision course with Eddie Gilbert, I have a feeling.
But today, he has to take on a big man in his own right, Sweet Daddy Falcone. In the Battle Royal, we'll see names like Mike Davis, Scott Anthony. Bull Payne will be in action.
Bull Payne and Samantha Payne have invaded the GWF. We're familiar with them from the USWA in Memphis. And Bull Payne is a force to be reckoned with, Craig. He's a big guy. And Bull Payne, I don't know what went through his mother's mind when she named him that when he was a little baby, but that's a great name for this man. He is really a bull, and he inflicts a lot of pain.
John Tatum, Terry Garvin, many more men in that Battle Royal. But right now we want to take a look back at a very intriguing situation here in the GWF. That's revealing the boss. Let's take a look at that whole ordeal right here. Names are in the hopper. Are you ready, Matt?
I tell you what, Craig, this is really great. I'm really excited.
All right, let me mix them up here.
No, wait just a minute.
Get them fair drawing. Okay, here we go. Would you like to select the first name?
No, you go ahead and do it now. Go ahead. You just do it.
All right. The first name selected is Eddie Gilbert. Eddie Gilbert, the first name selected. Now, the next man selected will face Eddie Gilbert in the first round. The second man is Hollywood John Tatum. The next first-round matchup, the first competitor will be the Soul Taker. The man who will face the Soul Taker in round number one is Primetime Brian Lee. Only two more names remaining. These will be the final two gentlemen who will be in the first round. The first name selected is Mike Davis. Mike Davis, the final man in the tournament. The Handsome Stranger. So Eddie Gilbert faces Hollywood John Tatum, the Soul Taker against Brian Lee, Mike Davis against the Handsome Stranger.
Listen, everybody knows I ran a Handsome Stranger out of wrestling. Listen, Max, how about letting me be in the tournament? I'll be in the tournament instead of the stranger, all right?
Well, what are you talking about?
Hey, wait. You know, we have to make a lot of tough decisions in this job, and all right, you're in.
What?
All right, Max. Cool. He's in.
Fans, I don't know what to say about this. We'll be back with the first.
He's in.
With Rugged Rod Price, the California. Excuse me.
I hate to interrupt, and I'm sorry, Gary, but as you know, last week I told you that I had a tape recording and that it exposed who the boss was. I've had a terrible week, Craig. I've had threatening phone calls. I've been reminded that the taping was illegal. And I admit it, I was eavesdropping. I heard a conversation in the dressing room in the back. I taped it, but it does expose who the boss is. And even though I probably shouldn't have the tape, and even though I probably shouldn't, I have decided that I am going to play the tape for everybody.
I really want to hear this personally. So
This is official GWF business. Why don't you let me have the tape, and we'll take it back to the office, and we'll work it out.
I can't do that, Max.
It is official business, right? And this thing was done illegally. Let's just go ahead and take it back. Let me just take it. Come on, I want to hear who's on it. I'd like to know that.
I can't do it, Max.
I'm sorry. Look, I did everything I could do. I guarantee you, I put 9 of your names in that box myself. I did it myself. This is some kind of interim commissioner you turn out to be, Max. I'm here. I'm Scott Anthony. I'm the Palm Beach Red Sox.
Max Andrews?
Max Andrews?
This was illegal. You've heard last week about situations just like this, all over the news. You are in trouble, Mr. Pedicino. Right now, you are in trouble.
This tape is proof that Max...
I'll tell you another thing. You should have thought about those phone calls earlier.
What? This tape is proof that that man is the boss and is in charge of the cartel.
You know, it's something has got to be...
Guys, I'm sorry to do this to you again,
Okay.
but this has been an amazing week, not only in my life, but in the Global Wrestling Federation. And because of the situation last week, I got in touch with the offices of the Global Wrestling Federation in Barcelona, Spain. They heard the tape. They have some action they would like to take. If I can, Scott, if I can, I would like to bring in this gentleman. This is Marcus Villas. He is from Barcelona, Spain, and Mr. Villas has a statement from the Global Wrestling Federation. Mr. Villas, welcome to the Global Dome. I know this is your first trip here, and I know that you want to get right to the statement because of the importance of the statement.
Gracias. My name is Marco Villa, and I am from the head of the internal division of GWF in Barcelona, Spain. I have come to announce that as of today, Max Andrews has been fired. He is no longer internal commissioner of the GWF. Until we find a commissioner, I will be acting as the interim commissioner.
Global Wrestling is brought to you by M&M Chocolate Candies. GWF is also brought to you by Snickers.
I used to have dandruff, so I tried Head and Shoulders. Then I tried Selsun Blue. Blue is better.
Selsun Blue relieves dandruff flaking better than Head and Shoulders. And doctors recommend it more than Head and Shoulders, Danarex, and Tegman.
Blue is better.
Selsun Blue.
There's a hunger inside you, and it won't go away. There's a hunger inside you, growing stronger every day.
Snickers Bar, the official snack food sponsor of the 1992 U.S. Olympic team. Packed with fresh roasted peanuts, thick milk chocolate, and caramel, Snickers satisfies the hunger inside you.
There's a hunger inside me. There's a hunger inside you.
7-Up would like to give you a gift of holiday cheer. Just with 4 proofs of purchase from 2-liter bottles of any refreshing 7-Up product, take them to Toys R Us. And for just $19.99, you get the new Spot game pack for Nintendo Game Boy. A $5 savings. Just in time for Christmas. Put 7-Up in your holiday and make the season bright.
When the team leader puts you in charge for the first time, that's when you find out how good you really are.
Bad credit can happen to anyone, but don't be embarrassed by it. Call Delta Financial Services. If you can't get the money you need for a bill consolidation, personal loan, or whatever reason, call Delta. We'll take your application over the phone. We've got the sources who have the money to lend, and they'll make loans when others won't, from $1,000 to $200,000. So don't wait until your money problems get completely out of hand. Get the money you need. Call Delta Financial Services today.
Introducing Gorgeous Gary Young! The gorgeous one, Gary Young, ready for action. To kick it off today in the GWF. After a knee injury had kept him out of action for a couple weeks, he's rehabilitated the knee and back in action, I believe, up to 100%. Scott?
That's a nice-looking robe that Gary Young has on. Wow, that had to set him back a little bit. Obviously, his success in the Global Wrestling Federation benefiting him financially also.
His opponent is Larry Green. As we kick off the action today in the GWF. A gorgeous robe to a gorgeous young lady there. Kind of hard to beat that combination. Larry Green, the opponent. former offensive tackle for the University of North Texas, actually wore number 96. The man who wore that number just before him, the man now known as Stunning Steve Austin.
Interesting.
Gorgeous Gary Young with a nice block there of his own. I don't know if Gary Young played football or took square dancing for that matter.
I'm sure that Larry Green would love to follow in the footsteps of Stunning Steve Austin, and wearing his same number on the University of North Texas football team is a step in the right direction.
Now the wrist lock by Gorgeous Gary Young. Reversal by Larry Green. Into the hammer lock. Gorgeous Gary Young trying to figure out a way out of it, and he does indeed find it. Green with a duck under, gets out of it there. Scientific match thus far.
Nice reversals, good chain wrestling by Gary Young and Larry Green.
And Gary Young asking John Keaton what happened to be the complaint there. Side headlock. A lot of fans don't like the scientific matchup.
And, of course, anyone in high school or college involved in the catch-as-catch-can scientific style of wrestling that is popular on college and high school campuses can really appreciate this type of maneuver, although closed fist style like Gary Young is using there. Certainly not allowed in your average high school meet.
And over goes Larry Green. A good scientific match is a joy to watch, but there are just some fans that don't seem to like it. But Gorgeous Gary Young showing the best of the scientific moves and doing quite well here. Could it be the Kiwi roll, possibly? Yes, indeed. The Kiwi roll. Al Costello and Roy Heffernan were area. And he gets a win with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Gary Young.
With many thanks to Abe Jacobs, huh?
Abe Jacobs spinning in his grave at the thought of the old Kiwi roll.
And we'll be back with more action. But first, here's Bonnie with a fan's question.
We're coming at you from the Global Dome. Bonnie Blackstone and Dave here. You are participating in one of the fans' comments, questions, and answer segments here. I know that you've been watching Mike Davis, one half of the Dirty Davis Brothers, along with his partner, Tom. You had a question for Mike Davis. What was that?
Yeah, why is your brother here?
Okay, later on in this edition, I'll be here with one half of the Dirty Davis Brothers, Mike Davis. We'll find out exactly why Tom is here competing in the Global Wrestling Federation and find out what their future plans are here in the GWF.
NBA hoops, these guys are cooling off a hardwood, styling and slamming, just like we wish we all could, parking the pole. To them it's just a witness, busting the move, yeah, taking care of business. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. NBA hoops, they're fresh, they're full. From the city to your hood, this card is preferred. Everybody's doing it. Hoops is the word. Jam it. Yo, take it from me, this is one just game official.
The greatest, and those bound for greatness. Soon to be legends, and the legendary. The brilliant tradition of Detroit's own Bronx Gym, featured each month on Fight Night from the Palace of Auburn Hills, exclusively on Fast Sports. Just watch us. The bell sounds for Fight Night from the Palace, Saturday night at 8, exclusively on Fast Sports. Just watch us.
It's hard to believe what life would be like without pencils, telephones, computers, and even paperclips. And yet these everyday products were created by people much like you. If you have an idea, invention, or new product you'd like to submit to industry, Invention Submission Corporation has a free inventor's kit to help you get started. The kit contains a form for recording and dating your invention, an information brochure, and other materials of interest to inventors. Invention Submission Corporation is one of America's largest invention service companies. We can show you how your invention can be packaged and submitted to industry. So call ISC now for your free inventor's kit.
For your free inventor's kit, call toll-free, 1-800-533-4800. Call now and we'll rush this valuable information to you free of charge. Remember, that's 1-800-533-4800.
Bull Payne has indeed agreed to join us here on the interview platform of the Global Wrestling
Look what a
Federation.
real woman looks like. Global Wrestling Federation. Check this out. That's how we dress. You know why we dress like that? Because we're winners. And I'm in the Battle Royal. And you know what that means? I will be the winner. So tell me something, boys. You can back me into the corner. You can do what it takes. But I'm coming out kicking and scratching and biting and doing whatever it takes.
There are going to be 9 other rough, tough opponents there. And let me ask what this nice lady's involvement is going to be.
First of all, it's lady, and second of all, there ain't nothing nice about her. Now, Eddie Gilbert, I understand that I get a shot at you after I win.
If you win.
Bring it on, boy, because you and me, we went down the road, and I know what you got. You know what I got, and I can beat you. Right, baby? You tell him.
We will be expecting some very big things from Miss Samantha and Bull Payne.
While Bill Irwin introduced the Battle Royal getting set to get underway, here are the 10 participants as we put them on the bottom of your screen. Mike Davis, Scott Anthony, Bull Payne, who's joined at ringside by Samantha, Stephen Dane, Rick Guerin, John Tatum, Go Rattlesnake, Tug Taylor, Wild Bill Irwin, and Terry Garvin. We're joined at our broadcast position by the man who has to face the winner of this Battle Royal, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert.
You realize, guys, that I possibly could have to wrestle a person like Scott Anthony, a guy that I have taken under my wing, a guy that I have taught everything he knows about wrestling to. I could wind up having to wrestle him if he wins this. You thought about that?
Does that frighten you, or?
Not at all. It doesn't matter who wins. Actually, Scotty boy, I'm going to be the television champion no matter what.
Wild Bill Irwin, and there is a face-off. Tug Taylor and Dirty Mike Davis.
You knew that was going to happen.
Recently in the GWF, it was the Dirty Davis brothers taking out Chaz by injuring Chaz's leg. And it was Tug Taylor coming to the rescue. Tug Taylor, the father of Chaz.
Now, Tug Taylor on the receiving end of a double teaming by Scott Anthony and Mike Davis. But before you saw the intensity in the face of Tug Taylor, he is totally involved in this match.
Intensity, he's just blown up. He doesn't have any energy left. He'll be eliminated right now. I hope I got to wrestle him. That'll be an easy win.
Bull Payne going at it with a rattlesnake. It's over the top rope elimination. And Rattlesnake going after Bull Payne. Very close to getting him over the top. John Tatum, cold cut.
Yeah, Rattlesnake, there's a brain surgeon for you. I hope I got to wrestle him.
Yeah, but look at these two. I think these two have one thing in mind. Each other. Tug Taylor and Mike Davis squaring off. Tug Taylor has been waiting for this time.
That's a good point, Craig. That's the 2 men that are involved in this Battle Royal, I think, don't really care about getting the shot against Eddie Gilbert. And that's Tug Taylor and Mike.
Wait, what do you mean they don't care about getting a shot at me? Everybody wants to get a shot at me. Every lady here wants to get a shot at me. You guys will try to get shots at me. The wrestlers all want shots at me.
Bull Payne taking a few shots at Wild Bill Irwin while Rick Guerin going to work on Stephen Dane. And you have to wonder about that lady, Samantha. Outside of the ring is Bull Payne almost thrown over the top by Wild Bill Irwin. Now going to work. But Stephen Dane coming to the rescue from behind.
That's twice that Bull Payne has been very close to being tossed over the top and eliminated from this Battle Royal. And John Tatum is crying already.
Why he's crying? He's crying over having to wrestle me if he wins it.
Oh, boy.
Bull Payne working with a chokehold. And Samantha enjoying that.
Samantha if she wins?
I hope not.
Why not?
John Tatum.
He might beat me with a splash.
Samantha cheering on Bull Payne as the action is wild all through the ring. Rattlesnake going to work on Scott Anthony.
On a serious note here, guys, the smartest guy in this Battle Royal will be the one that tries to use less energy to win it. Because he's going to have to have all the energy in the world he can to wrestle me for the TV title later in the program. The smartest guy will be the one that is taking it easy in there and being very smart and staying away from everybody.
As a matter of fact, there's only one match between the Battle Royal and the match with you.
Yeah, right up my alley.
You appear to be describing the entire career of John Tatum. And now we see John Tatum finally getting involved in the action.
Terry Garvin may go up and over if John Tatum can use the leverage to eliminate Terry Garvin. Very, very close. Stephen Dane at the brink of being eliminated. And now Bull Payne trying to help out Hollywood John Tatum to get rid of Terry Garvin. Garvin, one of the smaller men in this battle royal. Usually, you think the big men have the advantage.
Terry Garvin, he has the least chance of anybody in this battle royal winning. He's not going to win.
Meeting of the minds. Terry Garvin introducing Bull Payne to John Tatum. Scott Anthony on the verge of being eliminated until he rakes the eyes twice of Rattlesnake. Rick Guerin with an elbow on Dirty Mike Davis, but Davis delivering the forearm to the side of the head.
We do see a few wrestlers in here that I have never faced in my entire career, though we could be seeing them the first time I've wrestled some of these guys.
Well, who is your pick? If you had to pick one, Eddie Gilbert, Global Wrestling Federation television champion, who would you want to defend against?
Probably Tug Taylor. I just have to run around him. I just win. He gets so tired, he just fall over, have a heart attack.
Yeah, but look at the strategy Tug Taylor using there, stepping on the knee of John Tatum. Terry Garvin.
He's out.
Oh, from behind. Rattlesnake clearing house.
Rattlesnake interfering.
Action going on all over the ring. Fans, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more. Don't go away.
There is now one wrestling hotline that can deliver everything you call a hotline for. It's the Global Wrestling Hotline. Hear news, play the wrestling trivia game, hear an exclusive interview with one of the top stars. 1-900-990-4GWF. It's $1.99 for the first minute and only 99 cents per minute after that. Kids, please make sure your parents know before you call. The Global Wrestling Hotline, 1-900-990-4GWF. The GWF Hotline.
There's a hunger inside you, and it won't go away. There's a hunger inside you, growing stronger every day.
Snickers Bar, the official snack food sponsor of the 1992 U.S. Olympic team. Packed with fresh roasted peanuts, thick milk chocolate, and caramel, Snickers satisfies the hunger inside you.
There's a hunger inside me. There's a hunger inside you. 7-Up would like to give you a gift of holiday cheer. Just clip 4 proofs of purchase from 2-liter bottles of any refreshing 7-Up product. Take them to Toys R Us. And for just $19.99, you get the new Spot game pack for Nintendo Game Boy. A $5 savings. Just in time for Christmas. Put 7-Up in your holiday and make the season bright.
Bad credit can happen to anyone, but don't be embarrassed by it. Call Delta Financial Services. If you can't get the money you need for a bill consolidation, personal loan, or whatever reason, call Delta. We'll take your application over the phone. We've got the sources who have the money to lend, and they'll make loans when others won't, from $1,000 to $200,000. So don't wait until your money problems get completely out of hand. Get the money you need. Call Delta Financial Services today.
The Battle Royal continues. All 10 men still in the ring. There you see Samantha, who looks on, cheering on Bull Payne. Rick Guerin, double teamed by Stephen Dane and Hollywood John Tatum.
Yeah, Rick Guerin, he deserves a title shot. He'd be a worthy opponent for me, a worthy contender, don't you think, Scott?
Okay, well, if he doesn't win the Battle Royal, just sign an open contract and let him meet you one-on-one.
I don't know what... That's up to the championship committee, you know.
He's really a generous man with those title shots, Eddie Gilbert, Craig.
All right, delivered by John Tatum, staggering the big tugboat. I think that just might have made Tug Taylor mad. Hello!
Boy.
John Tatum may have qualified for Wimbledon a few times, but this volley is one he won't want to remember.
Well, John Tatum's strategy of doing nothing and standing around and winning by default has gone right out the window, as he is in a bad way at the hands of Tug Taylor and Terry Garvin.
Got Anthony right there in the corner, taking a break, taking it easy. Very smart strategy. Could be wrestling him today. TV title.
That would be a great match.
Scott Anthony going nuts in there. Over the top. Rick Garrett and Bull Payne as Terry Garvin delivers a drop kick.
I'm really disappointed, guys. I was really looking forward to wrestling Bull Payne.
First time he's mentioned that.
My massive arms are so much like double his size.
I was going to mention that later.
I thought so.
John Tatum out, but not over the top rope. And Bull Payne now going to work on Rick Garrett. He's upset that he's been eliminated as he and Samantha take their lead. Inside the ring, Rattlesnake against Stephen Dane, going to work on both the feet. And now Rattlesnake trying to eliminate Stephen Dane, but from behind, the rabbit punch delivered by John Tatum.
To the back of the head, and Rattlesnake.
Watch out for Tatum. Over the top. Goodbye, Hollywood. Wasn't that a song, Say Goodbye to Hollywood? Billy Joel with it.
Wow, look at this.
Over the top goes Stephen Dane. In the ring, it's Tug Taylor, Terry Garvin, Mike Davis, Scott Anthony, and Wild Bill Irwin.
Oh, no.
And Tug Taylor crushes inadvertently Terry Garvin in the corner.
Someone needs to pick Garvin up and just throw him out right now. He's out of it. He's out.
4 men are on their feet. 1 lays in the middle of the ring. Here goes Scott Anthony. Cross body block. They both go over.
They're both out. And Scott Anthony have been eliminated.
Meanwhile, Tug Taylor and Mike Davis. Tug Taylor goes over the top with Mike Davis.
And that's everybody's playing.
That's Garvin. Garvin's left standing. All right, Eddie Gilbert.
That's Terry Garvin.
Terry Garvin has won the battle.
Terry Garvin is my opponent.
The winner of the
What a pushover. This is going to be the easiest title match I've ever had. I'm going to go to the back right now. Maybe hand me a couple of hamburgers, a couple of hot dogs, bag of popcorn. This is going to be the easiest title match I've ever had. It's been your pleasure, I'm sure.
Well, there's overconfidence personified in Eddie Gilbert as he will defend against Terry Garvin, Craig.
Terry Garvin, the happy winner. Let's go to Bonnie Blackstone with a fan's answer.
Getting some answers to hard-hitting questions that our fans of the Global Wrestling Federation have. Bonnie Blackstone back with you once again. And I'm joined with one half of the Dirty Davis brothers, Mike Davis, who earlier today had a question asked about you and your brother and why you and Tom decided to come here and compete within the ranks of the Global Wrestling Federation, and why your brother, after not wanting to claim the family name for so long, decided, in fact, to join you in this venue.
Why? Because we wanted to become the most disgusting, vicious tag team in the entire world, and where better to do it than the Global Wrestling Federation.
No one is going to question that you are indeed well on your way of accomplishing that goal. But what about this instance with Chaz and Tug Taylor coming down to his aid?
Tug Taylor's lost his mind. Chaz, you're a punk. And whatever fat boy wants to do is fine with me, because I'll take him out, too.
Road racing fans, don't miss the season wrap-up of this exciting sport. The 91 Series concludes at Road Atlanta. Formula USA Road Racing on a special day and time. Saturday night, November 30th at 10:30. Don't miss it. Saturday at 10:30, exclusively on Pass Sports. Just watch us. 1950. 57, the year Chevrolet introduced one of the most popular cars of all time, the 57 Chevy. Now, anyone who admires this great American classic won't want to be without the 1957 Chevrolet telephone, the perfect addition to any car lover's home or office. The 57 Chevy phone is a stunning replica of the original and a fully working telephone. It includes an option for tone or pulse, a last number redial, a non-slip tire base, it's hearing aid compatible, and comes with a ringer on-off switch. Plus, the horn honks and the headlights flash when someone calls. The 57 Chevy phone is FCC approved and guaranteed for 1 full year. The 57 Chevy phone is a perfect gift for anyone who appreciates the dazzling style of this legendary car, or for anyone who wants to own a real car phone. Order one now.
The classic 57 Chevy phone is only $39.95. To order, call 1-800-533-4800. This is an authentic replica phone, authorized and licensed by the Chevrolet Division of General Motors. Order yours now in red, baby blue, or classic black. Call 1-800-533-4800. Sorry, no COD.
I never knew my birth parents, but I was lucky. See, I was adopted. I was wanted. I had a home, family, and people around me who loved me.
Today, there's a lot of kids that also need to be wanted. They need a family and love and all the things that I had. Adopt a special child. They grow up to be special people.
For more information on adoption, please call this number.
You know, I kind of feel like the President of the United States right now. I'm such a very important individual, just like George Bush, getting all the Middle East countries together for the big peace conference. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert is in the main event today to face one man for my Global Television Championship belt. And 10 men went into the ring just a little bit ago, and only one man, well, maybe half a man, maybe 1/3 of a man, Terry Garvin, wants to step out and say he's a winner. You're a fluke, boy. You are not up to the standards of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. In just a little bit, I'm going to show you why I am the greatest wrestler not only in the Global Wrestling Federation, but in professional wrestling itself. I'm going to take you to school, boy. It's going to be an easy win today, people. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert will remain the Global Wrestling Federation television champion. You can bet on it. Sweet Daddy Falcon!
Of the many questions pertinent in wrestling today, one of them is, what's inside the violin case of Sweet Daddy Falcon?
I've said before, if it's a fiddle, I hope he plays Orange Blossom Special. I don't think it's a fiddle.
Here's the guy who's listened to
entering the ring area. He hails from Bear Creek, Texas, at 232 pounds. Introducing Sam Houston.
Sam Houston making his way into the Global Dome ring, ready to take on the man from 42nd Street, New York City. How far away can the dichotomy be than 42nd Street, New York City, and Bear Creek, Texas?
That's about as opposite as it comes. Having been to both places, are close enough to Bear Creek. They're very, very different.
Sweet Daddy handing his ring accoutrements to the young lady at ringside.
Sweet Daddy Falcon. It's not often that Sweet Daddy will not have the height advantage, but Sweet Daddy and Sam Houston pretty much matched up evenly in the height category, although Sweet Daddy will outweigh Sam Houston by a good 80 pounds, I think.
Sam Houston won't back down from anybody. As a matter of fact, he went to the offensive there. Sam Houston can brawl with the best of them and wrestle with most of them, while Sweet Daddy Falcon brawls with all of them. High hip lock. Is he going to be able to get him over on the hip toss? Back flip, and over goes Sweet Daddy. Interesting comments recently on the GWF 900 hotline from both Falcon and Skandor Akbar.
Skandor Akbar has had a I guess, storied career as a manager in professional wrestling, has managed some of the greats and the near greats and the not so great. But I think he has stumbled across a potent formula with the coast-to-coast connection of that man, Sweet Daddy Falcone, the California stud Rod Price, Hollywood John Tatum.
And he's quick to say that Sweet Daddy Falcone is still in the learning stages, but the competition, that's a sign for his pupil. There's no slouches in that, and Sam Houston taking on Sweet Daddy Falcone, and Sweet Daddy Falcone can pretty much pass the test if he could get a win over Sam Houston.
It would be very easy for Sweet Daddy Falcone via Skandor Akbar to schedule innumerable matches against young and upcoming wrestlers just to get easy victories, to have the W's rack up for him.
Upcoming wrestlers possibly, but Gorgeous Gary Young, I don't think is one of those.
Certainly not. But to schedule his man against someone like Sam Houston under the guise of teaching him how to wrestle, I think shows a lot of credibility on Skandor Akbar's part in helping Sweet Daddy Falcone overcome his shortcomings as a professional wrestler.
The bear hug. Sam Houston trying to find a way out of it. Delivering forearms to the back. Trying to get out of the bear hug. Very close. But then Sweet Daddy cinches it in once again. That's a way we hadn't thought of.
Hey, Sweet Daddy doesn't learn that move. He may already know it. With Skandor Akbar as his manager and Hollywood John Tatum and Rod Price around, I'm sure he knows it by now.
And that's one of the textbook ways of getting out of a bear hug, but Falcone with the advantage with the elbow count of 2. Almost the count of 3. Roll out by Sweet Daddy, has the leg grapevine, but can still only get a count of 2. Now the cover, didn't hook the leg, but another count of 2. That's 4 now. Snapmare, elbow. Another count of 2. That's now 5. If my count is correct.
As we saw on a Major League Wrestling program in the GWF, Sam Houston against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert had Eddie Gilbert pinned 7 times without the referee counting as the referee was knocked out. So Sam Houston knows the value of making every pin count.
7 times now. Sweet Daddy Falcone has had Sam Houston in a pinning predicament and couldn't capitalize. A cartwheel by Sam Houston. Bulldog sends down Sweet Daddy Falcone. He grapevines the leg. 1, 2, 3. If you take a look at the statistics, the near falls may have read 7-0, but the man who got the fall, Sam Houston. Back with more. The television title is next. Let's do what you're doing,
Red Wing Thunder rocks the North Division. Hit after hit, goal after game-winning goal. With a giant standing tall in the net, all the right players making all the right moves. A formula that can only mean success. Your competitive edge for Red Wing hockey is past sports. Just watch a sibling rivalry in the NHL as the Murray brothers go head-to-head when the Capitals visit Motown. Monday night, the game is on Pax.
Great legs.
Thank you.
How do you get them?
I used to do aerobics till I dropped. Then I found ThighMaster. Every single time you squeeze ThighMaster, you strengthen and tone right where you need it. So it's easy to squeeze your way to shapely hips and thighs. I thought I'd never fit into these jeans again. Thank you, ThighMaster.
I recommend it and use it.
The secret to shapely thighs is exercising these muscles with just the right resistance. This balanced resistance coil is designed to give you results quickly and comfortably. Want to tone your upper chest and arms? ThighMaster will give you excellent results. ThighMaster. We may not have been born with great legs, but now we can look like we were.
To order your ThighMaster, call 1-800-348-4700. Have your credit card ready or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $4.50 for shipping and handling to this address. And if you're not fully satisfied, return it in 30 days for your money back. Plus, if you call right now, we'll also send you Suzanne's Lender for Life plan absolutely free. FireMaster is not available in stores, so act right now.
Thinking about home improvements? The professionals at Image Exteriors do it all. From big jobs like roughing or finishing additions and dormers to custom remodeling. Image Exteriors specializes in beautiful, long-lasting siding, custom-built decks, fully remodeled kitchens and bathrooms, as well as any concrete, electrical, and plumbing needs. Image Exteriors also specializes in historical restoration. For a free estimate and consultation, call Image Exteriors at 485-7234. Image Exteriors, building with quality and assurance.
Let me tell you how much I think of your wrestling ability. Right after it was over with, I went back here to this concession stand. I got me 2 hamburgers, I got me 2 hot dogs, and I got me a bag of popcorn. And I got really ready for this match because this is going to be the quickest, best match I've ever had because you're nothing but a pushover and you don't deserve a touch.
Well, some strong words.
You know you're messing with, boy? You know you're messing with?
Scott Anthony has joined us. What do you think about this, Mr. Heartthrob?
Hey, sometimes the truth hurts. Terry Garvin is a pushover. So there.
Terry Garvin, not quite the pushover. Is there you see the jacket, the First Family? That's an old jacket.
That certainly is. That harkens back to the old days in the WWF of Eddie Gilbert and Sting and Rick Steiner and Missy Hyatt, among others.
Encyclopedia over there? Listen, that's ancient history. Eddie Gilbert's the man. He don't need Rick Steiner, Sting, or anybody because he's the man all by himself. But I would like to say something. Has anybody noticed this week that there's something missing? Something missing from the show? Someone,
It was you until this match.
No. I was in the Battle Royal. In fact, the only reason I didn't win is I didn't want to because I didn't want to have to challenge my good close friend, Mr. Stuff, Eddie Gilbert, for the title. But
Mr. Stuff?
Mr. Stuff. Anyway, Hudson Hummingbird, let me ask you a question. Have you noticed there's a particular wrestler, someone we all dislike, someone the fan hates, that is not here this week?
Let me see. Someone I dislike. Well, you're here.
That's right.
The handsome stranger, you boobs. What are you, a pair of buffoons?
You said somebody that everyone dislikes.
Nobody likes him. That's why he quit. I humiliated him. I ran him out of the sport. He wasn't here last week, wasn't here the week before. He ain't here now. He never going to be here again. So there.
I hate it when Scott won't get to the point. Just beats around the bush like that.
Well, Scott Anthony is indeed right. We have not seen the handsome stranger.
We have not seen hide nor hair. Come to speaking of not seeing any hair, that reminds me of you, Hudson Hummingbird. We ain't seen any hair in your chrome dome. You know, in fact, that's the main reason people tune in to Global Wrestling Federation is to see the light shine off your bald spot.
And the hammerlock being applied by Terry Garvin. Eddie Gilbert saying this would be the easiest match of his career. Whoa. And I think he's found that Terry Garvin quite the challenge.
Terry Garvin.
Speaking of being pushed over.
Listen, Johnson, I'll do the comedy around here. You just call the play-by-play. Let me tell the joke. That was a terrible pun. Now listen here. Eddie Gilbert, the maker of champions, he's done it all in the sport. Terry Garvin, I'll give him credit. He's a tough competitor. Always gives 100%. He's kind of like Rocky Balboa. He just keeps coming. Although if you think about it, though, Rocky lost almost every fight he was in until the last couple of movies, and they were pretty ridiculous at that. They're really good movies he always lost. Garvin's like that. Garvin ain't going to win.
Watch out from behind, Eddie Gilbert. Stop right to the sternum. And Hot Stuff knocks over our cameraman on the way up.
I never liked that cameraman anyhow.
While Eddie Gilbert takes a break, we'll take a break and be back with more.
Where are we going? Dustin Hoffman, Robin Williams, Julia Roberts, Bob Hoskins. Book. This film has not yet been rated. Starts Wednesday, December 11th.
There's a hunger inside you, and it won't go away. There's a hunger inside you, growing stronger every day.
Snickers Bar, the official snack food sponsor of the 1992 U.S. Olympic team. Packed with fresh roasted peanuts, thick milk chocolate, and caramel, Snickers satisfies the hunger inside you.
There's a hunger inside me. There's a hunger inside you.
out the power and endurance of professional boxing with the strongest cards and biggest battles every month on Past Sports. Check your local listings for English First Division Soccer on Past Sports. Just watch us.
Eddie Gilbert back into the ring as he faces off against Terry Garvin, who defeated 9 men, actually survived through 9 men in the Battle Royal.
He didn't defeat nothing. He was knocked unconscious. Meanwhile, Bill Irwin flipped over the top rope. Tugboat Taylor and Mike Davis, you know what kind of beef those two have. They fought each other over the top rope. He was left there. It was a fluke. It was a freak of nature, and that's why Eddie Gilbert went back, ate a couple burgers, a couple hot dogs, and some popcorn to train for this match. Go there.
And Gilbert has Garvin in a bad way, but Garvin powering his way back up. Give credit to Terry Garvin for reversing the hold.
Pulled the hair. He pulled the hair.
No hair pull there, as I think Gilbert's a little bit worried now. This is not the kind of challenge he expected.
He pulled the hair, Johnson. Can't you see anything? Now, if Hudson was in there, we know he couldn't have pulled Hudson's hair because Hudson ain't got no hair to pull. But I seen him pull Eddie Gilbert's hair.
Let's give the hair thing a rest, shall we?
Listen, Baldy Lock. Homeboy Johnson, tell it like it is.
Collar and elbow tie-up into the side headlock by Terry Garvin. This for the television championship of the Global Wrestling
A most
Federation.
prestigious belt, owned by my good friend, Mr. Hot Stuff, Eddie Gilbert.
Knee right into the midsection, delivered by Hot Stuff. An uppercut with a chop. And now, roll over sunset.
Oh, I thought we were going to have a new champion, Craig.
It's a brilliant move by Garvin. I'll give him credit. Eddie Gilbert went for a second knee. Terry Garvin saw it coming, flipped over, turned it into a sunset flip. Was quite a move. But he ain't going to beat Eddie Gilbert. Don't even get your hopes up. People at home, do not get your hopes up. Terry Garvin will not beat my good friend, Mr. Stuff.
Did you see the look on Eddie Gilbert's face as he was backed into the corner? That was a look of not quite fear, but pure confusion.
When we took a break earlier, it was Eddie Gilbert making his way back into the ring. But now, I'm wondering if he's thinking that maybe he underestimated Terry Garvin a little bit too much.
No way. Eddie Gilbert's a shrewd, crafty veteran. There it is. A boot to the belly. Well, it's like I've always said, a good boot to the belly beats the Metamucil every time.
I don't think that has an awful lot to do with wrestling, Scott Anthony.
The suplex puts Garvin down to the mat. Count of 1, count of 2 before Garvin's able to kick out.
A very weak kick out, though, homeboy. Very weak.
Suplex. Garvin somehow reverses it, rolls him up for a count of 2, and almost 3.
Man, I have never seen a quicker count. Rick Manning is the cheatingest horse thief I ever seen.
Well, I think that Gilbert's prognostication on this match
Prognostication? What does that mean exactly, homeboy?
And listen to the crowd picking up its chant.
Man, these people really are screwed for Garvin. You can hear it all over the place. I wish they'd shut up. Trying to watch the match in peace and quiet.
You're just mad because they're not chanting Scotty, Scotty.
You're just mad because we played racquetball on your forehead earlier.
Gilbert misses. Garvin answers. Gilbert all the way back. Bounces off the rope right back into another. Watch out. Out of the ring goes. Hot stuff. Eddie Gilbert.
Terry Garvin is fighting the match of his career. He is psyched for that belt. I guess he figures he ain't going to get too many opportunities to get a shot at the television title, especially here on national TV. Might as well make the best of it. And I got to tell you, he's on time. He's really coming through. But like I said, he ain't going to beat Gilbert.
Gilbert calling for timeout. Still, to my recollection, there's no timeouts allowed in the Global Wrestling Federation.
I know. I think there are. You just didn't...
Gilbert, watch him.
Hey, shut up. All he was doing was adjusting his tights. And yes, there are timeouts in pro wrestling. Why, as a matter of fact, I called one earlier.
Well, that makes it official. Side headlock by Terry Garvin. Working on the temple, but picking up the leg. Maybe going to work on the knee is Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, but he was not able to get the hold. He'll try for it again. But he can't get it.
He just can't seem to hold on to it. Garvin's blocking him, but didn't block. Wait! He hung on. Gilbert gave him a back suplex to counter the move, to counter the headlock, and Garvin just hung on and kept the headlock. Man, pretty impressive. Well, it's not really that impressive. I mean, it wasn't even really that good now that I think about it. In fact, it stunk.
It's quite obvious that Eddie Gilbert, as well as Scott Anthony, have vastly underestimated the capabilities of Terry Garvin, Craig. He won the Battle Royal. Eddie Gilbert trained by eating a couple of burgers, maybe a corn dog or two, and he's really paying the price in there.
I think the only problem is Eddie Gilbert didn't eat enough hamburgers.
Well, Gilbert may have a severe case of indigestion if he loses the championship belt. Rolling him up. Gets a count of two. Almost a count of three again. Rolls him up in the side headlock. And a count of two by Rick Manning. And just barely getting his shoulder up.
This is one heck of a match. Man, Eddie Gilbert went in for the roll-up. Terry Garvin reversed it and just ran him into the ropes, rolled him up. Boom, 1-2. I say that was about a 2 and 9/10. And right back to the headlock. Smart man. Garvin's fighting a smart fight for a buffoon.
When it sounds like you're really making an astute observation, Scott Anthony, you put in one of these buffoon lines in there. Why can't you just admit that Terry Garvin really has taken the measure of Eddie Gilbert?
Nope.
Well,
maybe if Garvin wins the television title, Mr. Anthony will have second thoughts about no comments.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
But you'll be the first in line for a title shot.
Nope.
Oh, you won't be the first in line for a title shot.
They have to make me the first in line because I'm the most qualified contender. The only reason I don't take the belt right now is because it's around the waist of my close personal friend.
Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert with a boot right to the sternum.
Now he's got it going, Johnson. You say he's got it going now. Abdominal stretch, also known as a far leg grapevine and a near arm lever. Oh, thank you, Coach. Not a problem, not a problem. Hot Stuff has really got it on him now. Got it cinched in tight. Looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening.
Looks like he has a hold of the tights there, too. But pulling him over. Terry Garvin. And now watch out. Comes out Bulldog. Terry Garvin may have it. Terry Garvin may be very close to the global television title.
Gilbert's in trouble, Craig. No doubt about it. Garvin should move in for the kill here.
The clothesline. 2 times. He better go for the pin. Misses with a clothesline, and they collide. They hit head. Garvin on top. 1, 2. Gilbert rolls him over and has a hold of the tights.
No, he doesn't.
He's got the tights.
No way. Send him fair and square. Absolutely.
He had a hold of the tights.
Hey, man, that was cool. My boy came through. Rocked the house.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and still television champion, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert.
The winner and still barely the television champion.
My boy.
There's a hunger inside me. There's a hunger inside you.
There is now one wrestling hotline that can deliver everything you call a hotline for. It's the Global Wrestling Hotline. Hear news. Play the wrestling trivia game. Hear an exclusive interview with one of the top stars. 1-900-990-4GWF. It's $1.99 for the first minute and only 99 cents per minute after that. Kids, please make sure your parents know before you call. The Global Wrestling Hotline. 1-900-990-4GWF. The GWF Hotline.
7458. Wow, how did you know that?
Wouldn't you like to be able to do math like that in your head? Now, through amazing discoveries and telebrands, meet the human calculator, Scott Flansburgh.
Using my method, you'll be able to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, all in your head. What's 987 times 954?
941,598.
Very good.
Get better grades in school, keep a running total while you shop, and gain a competitive edge in business. Scott Blandberg will teach you on this easy-to-understand video cassette. It's only $19.95. Call now.
Call 1-800-645-1100 or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $4.50 shipping and handling to Human Calculator, number 22 American Way, Roanoke, Virginia, 24016.
Today's GWF has been brought to you by Remington Shavers.
I was a dedicated beard wearer until my wife gave me the new Remington Microscreen Elite. It's quick and shaves as close as a blade or your money back. That's Remington.
Back with you along with Scott. Anyway, we're here to interview Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, television champion who handily defeated that buffoon Terry Garvin. My man, you did an outstanding job in there. I fooled everybody, Scotty. That's what I did. You are the Palm Beach heartthrob. You are the man. You are a friend. You are a man I consider my closest ally in professional wrestling. When everybody wants to stab you in the back, when everybody wants a piece of the belt, when everybody out there says there's another world television champion, well, brother, I have faced everybody. And everybody else out there that wants a piece of the pie, you sign your name. Because today, I have proven, without a shadow of a doubt, that nobody on their best given day, Terry Garvin, this punk, this boy that everybody thought he came that close to beating Hot Stuff. But, brother, he threw every best shot he had. He gave it his all, everything in his arsenal, but he couldn't beat me. Nobody can beat us. And he don't give him that much compliments. He wasn't even close to beating you. Nobody can take you because you're the man. Johnson, stay out of this interview. You're not invited here. Let me tell you, the Global Wrestling Federation, the premier wrestling federation in professional sports, that's why I, Scott Anthony, the Palm Beach Heartthrob here. That's why Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert's here. That's why my man is the television champion. You don't see any losers out here. You just see us play. You see one loser here, homeboy Johnson. Stay out of it, Johnson. We are here. We're here to reign this place. Tell them all about it. Anybody that wants to challenge me, step up. Oh, we gotta go. So long.